Jai Baba, everybody. I always like to begin my concerts with a song called Om Namo. And for those of you not familiar with Om Namo, it really means the holy word of the avatar, the Christ. Om Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo Meher Baba. Om Namo, Om Namo. Om Namo Meher. Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba, Om Namo. Namo, Namo Meher, Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba, Om Namo. Namo, Namo Meher, Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba. Lord of love, I sing your holy name, Lord of love. I burn within your flame, Lord of love. You play the perfect game, Lord of love. Life's journey's golden game, Lord of love. God's glory you attain, Lord of love, Lord of love. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba, Om Namo. Namo, Namo Meher, Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba, Namo. Namo Meher, Namo. Namo Meher Baba, Namo. King of kings, you came to set us free, King of kings. You came to make us see, King of kings. Piercing duality, King of kings. You heard a heartfelt pleas, King of kings. Awake your devotees, King of kings. King of kings. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba, Om Namo. Namo, Namo Meher, Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba, Om Namo. Namo, Namo Meher, Om Namo. Namo Meher Baba, Om Namo. Slave of love, answer to all hearts' call, slave of love. universe, great and small, slave of love. Our hearts your shrine install, slave of love, slave of love. Om Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Namo, Namo Meher, Namo, Namo Meher Baba, Namo, Namo, Namo Meher, Namo, Namo Meher Baba, oh Namo. Avatar, God clothed in human form, Avatar. Oh, blessed when you were born, Avatar. Our lives to you are sworn, Avatar. Illusion you transform, Avatar. What theater you perform, Avatar, Avatar. Oh Namo, Namo Meher Baba. Oh Namo, Namo, Namo Meher. Namo, Namo Meher Baba, Namo, Namo Meher, Namo, Namo Meher Baba, Namo, oh Namo. All right. Hope that came through pretty good.
I'd say so.
Although I've always been, I remain in ignorance as to who and what I am in this mad cosmic dance with the sons of God. I rode out through the word-begotten wars, and our horses' hooves struck off sparks, which became the morning stars. The son of such an ancient father should know his inheritance, but the cruel fact remains, it all depends on my beloved's glance. For although I've always been, I remain in ignorance as to who and what I am in this mad cosmic dance. It's true I've lived riotously and wasted my substance, while my elder brother toiled against the season's chance. From the beyond I came, and I've arrived at the back of nowhere. Sometimes I dream my father calls me, right here, my son, right here. For although I've always been, I remain in ignorance as to who and what I am in this mad cosmic dance. Each morning I take up the journey again. But the distance, it never shortens on this road of surrender and resistance. I really have no form. My appearance is an illusion. I ask pardon of any I meet for my seeming intrusion. For although I've always been, I remain in ignorance as to who and what I am in this mad cosmic dance. In this mad cosmic dance. That was a poem by Francis Brabazon. Pretty amazing poet. This next song is taken from the words of Meyer Baba. God does not listen to the language of the tongue. God does not listen to the mind. God responds only to the language of the heart. It is the song of love for beloved God. So do not listen to the voice of the mind. Listen to the voice of the heart. The mind wavers, the heart does not. The mind fears, the heart is undaunted. Love God, keep him ever consciously present within you. Let God form the basis of all your thoughts, speech, and actions. Remember God in every little thing you do, then all responsibilities will rest solely with God. listen to the voice of the mind. Listen to the voice of the heart. The mind is home of doubts, reasons, and theories. The purified heart is the beloved's home. So rid your heart of low desires, malice, and selfishness. Then God will manifest in you as your own true self. For God responds only to the language of the heart. It is the song of love for beloved God. Love God. Keep Him ever consciously present within you. Let God form the basis of all your thoughts, speech, and actions. Remember God in every little thing you do. Then all responsibilities will rest solely with God. This next one is another Francis Brabazon, particular favorite of mine. Which is in the same vein as the previous song. This is called Kill the Mind. It is, if I get this in tune. Kill the tuner. Well, it says it's in tune, but it isn't. Nothing into nothing, and a chasm created by grief. Pour wine, beloved, for your lovers, lest I strain their belief. Drunkenness is the only effective and lasting mind cure. Only he who has drained the beloved's cup can be called pure. Kill the mind so that the ears of the heart can listen and hear, so that the heart's lips can kiss the truth, and its song be free from fear. Kill the mind which has caused us every color and shade of shame, and the best weapon for the slain is our beloved dark wave, so he is always seafaring. But to take the way to the beloved's door needs greater daring. We have crept shoreward for 1 billion years, brother. Then now would it not be our crime if we did not break free from the wave and await the beloved's grace time? For name singers who prefer song and silence to weeping and wailing, God's tears have already flooded the chasm. They await only his whim for sailing. Kill the mind which has caused us every color and shade of shame, and the best weapon for the slaying is our beloved's name. All right. This is a song recently written. There'll be a number of new songs today, because the old ones I'm tending to forget. I just, not that any of you would know what I'm talking about, but as you get older, you kind of forget. This is called My Prayer. And for those of you who are new to Meyer Baba, when Baba or Hafez or Rumi or any of the great souls speak of wine, they mean love. And this is my prayer, and it begins by saying, let us all drown in the ocean of wine. Let us all drown in the ocean of wine, poured from the flask of the vintner divine. Let us free the poor pure soul from the prison of mind, and escape from the shackles of space and time. Let us all drown in the ocean of wine, offered by one who's eternally kind, but who hides 'neath the cloak of the mute and the blind, and appears only at the most critical time. Let us all drown in the ocean of wine, intoxication so great as to free all confine, earned by grace only, and then only by grace's pure time. That moment when self loses I, my, me, and mine. Let us all drown in the ocean of wine, singing Meyer Baba's name in heart's rhythm and time, finding perfect sanctuary from ego's near perfect crime, and resting forever in beloved Baba's oneness divine. Let us all drown in the ocean of wine, immersing ourselves till there's nothing left to define, drowning all thoughts and ideas and memories sublime, to merge in beloved Meher Baba's truth divine. Oh, let us all drown in the ocean of wine. Meher Baba, on the one hand, would dictate some of the most profound and sublime poetry and prose. And on the other hand, he had this really kind of quirky, cute poetic state in which he would do these really very simple rhyme patterns. So I just put this one recently to music after watching on YouTube a video of the poem. This is Meher Baba's poem, Life at Its Best. And it's one of those just quick, simple, almost humorous poems. The poem goes, if understood, life is simply a jest. If misunderstood, life becomes a pest. Once overcome, life is ever at rest. For pilgrims of the path, life is a test. When relinquished through love, life is at its best. If understood, life is simply a jest. If misunderstood, life becomes a pest. Once overcome, life is ever at rest. For pilgrims of the path, life is a test. When relinquished through love, life is at its best. 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 All right. That's a fantastic line. When life is relinquished. It's not a concept that's common in the West. All right, what are we going to do here? It says, be. All right. This is another very new song. These songs are just rattling around in my head. So after all these years, whenever I hear them rattling, I start writing. Then that's how I get them out of my head. This is what they call a blues shuffle. So they got to get it in tune first. Wow, that was terrible. Where in the world is that coming from? All right, let's try that again. Hey, hey, Meyer Baba, what you gonna do? How you gonna change this world and make it bright and new? Oh, sweet Meyer Baba, what soulful magic will you get done? And how will you show us that each and everything are truly one? Hey, hey, Meyer Baba, I love to sing your name. I'm just like a nightingale burning in your flame. Oh, sweet Meyer Baba, consume me in your fire until I am no longer blinded by my ego and low desire. Oh, hey, hey, Meyer Baba, hallowed be thy name. The hierarchy of shining souls all dance within your game. Oh, Avatar Meyer Baba, tie your diamond tight round my hand and keep me in your keeping till eternity and forever are my only plan. Oh, hey, hey, Meyer Baba, what you gonna do? How you gonna change this world and make it all brand new? Oh, sweet Meyer Baba, what amazing awakenings will you bestow? And after the golden age, what new oceans of love will you allow to flow? Tune. I guess maybe Baba wants me to work on that song. Listen to that. Listen to that. Listen to that. Amazing. let's see. Let's tempt fate here. See if there's another song that we can sing out of tune. Oh yeah, this is a pretty song. There's a wonderful book of poetry by Josephine Esther Ross called Songs of a Modern Disciple. Josephine Esther Ross was part of a group of young Americans and English, but I'm thinking specifically of two generations before we hippies, we old hippies, found out about Meyer Baba. There was another generation, young generation of souls who in 1931 and 1932, 1933 and 34 met Meyer Baba when he came to America. And I was told that that Josephine Esther Ross lived on a farm, raised her own produce, and yeah, sounds familiar. So this is from her book of poetry, and it's called Let There Be Peace. And I just felt it was, we'll do it nice and soft. I just thought it was appropriate for this day and age that this sweet sentiment was being sent out into the universe. Let there be peace within the heart and quiet in the mind, that God's great wisdom can descend, enlightening mankind. We cannot hear the still small voice that ever seeks to guide us. We cannot sense the shining ones who ever stand beside us, because we are so occupied with our daily strife and have no leisure to enjoy God's proffered gift of life. The quiet thought, the loving heart, the silence of repose, the healing of a kindly word, the fragrance of the rose. The sky at dawn, the stars at night, these are but gentle things, yet knowing them we are aware of passing angels' wings. Or let there be peace within the heart, quiet in the mind, that God Himself may now descend to heal and bless mankind. going to get in trouble for this one, but I wrote this song in memory of Bob Brown and also the great singer-songwriter John Prine, who passed away from COVID this year. And I thought of Bobby because we were best buddies, and Bob had some really strange, used language in a strange way. So anyway. Oh, mama, run away with me. Let's escape this insanity, 'cause, oh, it's cold outside. Let's find a space that's safe and warm, where the atmosphere is peace and calm, 'cause, oh, it's cold outside. Well, it's colder than witches' titties, colder than brass monkeys' biddies, colder than a banker's greedy heart. Well, it's colder than a TV dinner, colder than an Arctic winter. It's colder than a politician's art. Oh, mama, let's leave this place. It's only filled with empty space, 'cause, oh, it's cold outside. Let's seek out warmth and understanding, joy and love that's undemanding, 'cause, oh, it's cold outside. Well, it's colder than well diggers' asses, colder than a zombie's glasses. It's colder than a preacher's pouring sight. Well, it's colder than a Siberian sleigh, colder than a racist spray. It's colder than a homeless person's night. Let's seek the heat that only true love can complete, 'cause, oh, it's cold outside. Let's talk of life's true emotion, about swimming in the divine ocean, 'cause, oh, it's cold outside. Well, it's colder than a teacher's glare, colder than a child's despair, colder than an utter lack of light. Well, it's colder than the scientific mind, colder than the scene of a crime. It's colder than one who feels he's always right. Oh, mama, run away with me, and let's leave illusion for reality, 'cause, oh, it's cold outside. Let's move into infinity of divine eternity, 'cause, oh, this world's cold outside. Well, it's colder than witches' titties, colder than brass monkeys' biddies, colder than a banker's greedy heart. Well, it's colder than a TV dinner, colder than an Arctic winter. Well, it's colder than a politician's art. If you want, I'll stay with you forever. If you want, every day. If you want, I will love you like no other. If you want, in every way. If you want, I will always be beside you. If you want, every day. Well, if you want, I will join you on life's highway. If you want, I'll show the way. Well, if you want, I will be your provider in days of harvest, in days of loss. If you want, I will be your night rider, your protector. I will take up the cross. If you want, you can daily surrender all your mind and all your heart. If you want, you can sing songs so tender that the gates of heaven will surely part. And if you want, I will be your beloved in times of crisis and in days of bliss. If you want, I will offer you my homestead. I'll prepare you for the divine kiss. If you want, I will always be beside you. If you want, every day. If you want, I will join you on life's highway. If you want, I'll show the way. Well, if you want, I will be your provider in days of harvest and in days of loss. If you want, I will be your night rider, your protector. I'll take up the cross. All right. Now I'm going to get to test out my yodeling. If for those of you who are not students of Americana music, there was a time where the blue yodel was used, and I'm going to do a little blue yodeling for you. Yodelay-o, yodelay-o, yodelay. Yodelay-o, yodelay-o-lady, yodelay. From the veil-torn days of Pune, by the kiss of Baba Jan, from the blessings of Tajuddin, Sai Baba Narayan, to the stone slap of Upasni, the Avatar's re-entry, from Merwan to Meher Baba, Baba's God enough for me, God enough. Baba's God enough for me, he's God enough. Baba's God enough for me. Yodelay-o, yodelay-o, yodelay. From the lightning of his glances to the brilliance of his form, to the power of his presence and his love for which all long, to his overwhelming beauty, capturing all with eyes to see, from Merwan to Meher Baba, Baba's God enough for me, he's God enough. Baba's God enough for me, God enough. Meher Baba's God enough for me. Yodelay-o, yodelay-o, yodelay. From the ocean of his silence, ingrained in every heart, to his infinite compassion, beyond the realms of mind and art, to the sufferings of his body, where recorded catastrophes, absorbing our impressions. Baba's God enough for me, he's God enough. Baba's God enough for me, he's God enough. Baba's God enough for me. Yodelay-o, yodelay-o, yodelay. Or from the tear stains of his lovers, telling stories of their Lord, to the joyous peals of laughter infinite humor can afford, from his daily inner guidance, that wondrous personality, from man to Lord to spirit, Baba's God enough for me, he's God enough. Meher Baba's God enough for me, God enough. Baba's God enough for me. Yodelay-o, yodelay-o, yodelay. Yodelay-o, yodelay-o, lady, yodelay. All right, now we're going to do some older songs. Which one is this one? All right. Ooh, man, that thing is so out of tune. This is a song I wrote many, many years ago, and I always dedicate it to you, the listener. This is called The Lovers. See if you recognize yourself. I'll be with you just a second here. The travel on the rivers, the travel on the rails, the travel in the air and on the sea, the travel the long distances through valleys and through vales, to finally rest at their beloved's feet, to finally rest at their beloved's feet. Some of them are beggars, some of them are kings, but most of them are somewhere in between. Sometimes they get lonely in their wanderings, but still they're ever driven by the dream. They're the seekers, they're the pilgrims, they're the lovers, they're the children. They find their ways to places even wise men fear to tread. They enter realms where few have ever been. Hopeless and they're helpless, far less live than dead, yet the rest of their journey lies within. They sing songs of the new life, inviting calamities. They shun all worldly hopes, lusts, greeds, and fears. The melody is suffering. They seek only to please God, because the music of surrender is all God hears. They're companions, they're fearless, they're comrades, they're peerless. Worship at an altar no church or mosque can hold. The prayers are often sighs of love's sweet sad tale, and they worship a beloved whose beauty is untold, but whose face is hidden deep behind self's veil. Oh, the lovers love with passion, the lovers love with heat, and they wear their open hearts upon their sleeves, and they hurl their reckless bodies headlong down Love Street, and never do they look to see who grieves. They're the fire, Bob is the ocean, and they desire is pure devotion. In the beginning, less beginning, when time and space were not, the infinite existence was asleep. But somewhere in that everywhere, there hatched an amazing plot for for God to awaken from his slumber deep. And then from beginningless beginnings came lovers like you and me, to travel through the valleys and the vales. And our journey is in awakening to God's infinity, so that God himself finds pleasure in love's sweet, sad tales. He's awakening in his lovers. Their hearts are breaking when they're uncovered. This is written by the perfect one, Hafez, Meher Baba's favorite poet. And this is a translation by Arthur Arbery, A.J. Arbery. Still my favorite translator of Hafez. This is called All My Pleasure. All My Pleasure. All my pleasure is to sip wine from my beloved's lip. I have gained the utmost bliss. God alone be praised for this. Fate, my soul and stubborn foe, never let my darling go, and give my mouth the golden wine, and those lips incarnadine. Clerics bigoted for God, elders who have lost the road. These fools have made a tale of us, drunken sots and bibulous. Let the ascetic's life be dim, I will nothing have of him. And if their monks pious be, God forgive their piety. Beloved, what have I to say of my grief when you're away, save with tears and scalding eyes, and 1,000 burning sighs? Let no infidel behold the bitterness untold cypress knows to see your grace, the jealous moon to view your face. It is yearning for your kiss that has wrought in half as this, that no more he has in care of nightly lectures and morning prayer. For all my pleasure is to sip wine from my beloved's lip. Oh, I have gained the utmost bliss, and God alone be praised for this. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I say that it's all your whim, that I can't stop falling in love with you? Like the rivers flow surely to the sea, Baba, you must know we are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like all rivers flow surely to your sea, Baba, you must know we are meant to be. Always take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. No, I can't help falling in love with you. This is a fantastic song written by the great Sam Saunders of Australia. I had the opportunity to listen to a good deal of the songs he's written. He's passed on, but the songs are just extraordinary. This is known as Frenyata's song, or the name of Meyer. With light from his pure love, I wind my way, on a road no distance knows, only today, and far behind is yesterday, from the stars and their dreams, till the wind brought to my lips the pure song of the name of Meyer. Farewell, O ancient world, I feel so young, No more your iron chains, on his swift glance my heart is hung, and far behind is yesterday, from the stars and their dreams, till the wind brought to my lips the pure song of the name of Meyer. On hopelessness alone I place my trust, My destination lies within the dust, and far behind is yesterday, from the stars and their dreams, till the wind brought to my lips the pure song of the name of Meyer. So this is a song that I must have written 30 or 40 years ago. I just recently reread it, and I thought, my God, I was good back then. And kind of forgotten all about it, but I do remember that when I used to sing this at the tomb, there was an old lover of Meher Baba named Rama Rao. Some of you might have remembered Rama Rao. He was a very sweet man. And I'd sing this, and he'd come up to me and he'd say, "You're so right, sir. Meher Baba's love is so fatal. It's fatal, I tell you, fatal. Sing that again." So I'm going to do this song that I wrote called Fatal. I haven't done it in a long time, so let me see if I can. This is for Rama Rao. Hopefully he has not come back. I remember the first time that we met. How could I know you were casting your net? I was somewhat confused, embarrassed, upset, when you touched me and soothed me, pulled my heart out of debt. But that proved fatal, fatal, your love was fatal. I remember the first time your words were spoken, they rushed to my heart. It's so easily broken. You said that you loved me. I thought you were joking. Well, how could I know that the game you were provoking would prove fatal? Fatal, your love is fatal. Fatal, your love is fatal. Well, it starts out so simple, a smile and a glance, a few rounds of wine, some song and some dance. And when you have us by the seat of our pants, the ground opens up. It's no mere happenstance. It's fatal. Fatal, your love is fatal. Well, I remember the first time I bowed to your love. A voice spoke inside me that lovers speak of. With tears in my eyes, I heard angels above. But how could I know that when push came to shove, it would be fatal? Fatal, your love is fatal. Fatal, your love is fatal. So here I am now, complaining, and yet I wouldn't change anything since that day we met. There's only one thing I've come to regret. It's all the times that I've struggled to get out of your net. That proves fatal. Fatal, your love is fatal. Fatal, your love is fatal. Well, it starts out so simple, a smile and a glance, a few rounds of wine, some song and some dance. And when you have us by the seat of our pants, the ground opens up. It's no mere happenstance. It's fatal. Fatal, your love is fatal, Baba. Fatal, your love is fatal, Baba. Fatal, your love is fatal. I already sang that one. All right. How are we doing on time?
Well, let's see. It's about 20, almost 20 after 12.
Okay, good. Are we getting close? Getting close.
Anytime.
Let's see what else is here. I'd like to do a slow version, a very slow, soulful version, hopefully, of Meyer Baba's absolute favorite song, Begin to Begin. But before I do, I need to check to make sure this is completely out of tune. When they begin, the begin, it brings back the sound of music so tender. It brings back a night of tropical splendor. It brings back a memory evergreen. I'm with you once more under the stars, and down by the shore an orchestra when they begin, they'll begin. Delivered again is past all endeavor, except when that tune clutches my heart. And there we are, swearing to love forever and promising never to part. What moments divine, what rapture serene, till clouds came along to disperse the joys we had tasted. And now when I hear people curse the chance that was wasted, I know but too well what they mean. So don't let them begin the beginning. Let the love that was once a fire remain an ember. Let it sleep like the dead desire I only remember. When they begin, they'll begin. Oh yes, let them begin or begin. Make them play till the stars that were there before return above you, till you whisper to me once more, darling, I love you. And we suddenly know what heaven we're in when they begin, they'll begin. When they begin, they'll begin. Oh, mind, mind, stupid mind, keep on running on all the time. Build worlds that only bind, keep me from going home, keep me from going home. Oh, mind, mind, stupid mind, keeping me deaf, dumb and blind, interfering with the truth sublime, and keeping me from my own, keeping me from my own. Oh, mind, you're such a cool operator, making the world seem so actually there. Oh, mind, what a cruel manipulator, creating reality out of thin air. stupid mind, so damn devious and so unkind. I'm just waiting for you to unwind so I can get back home. I can get back home. Oh, mind, you're such a tricky instigator, sculpting a universe from Sanskaric dust. Oh, mind, you're the supreme agitator. Here is hoping that soon you'll go bust. Oh, mind, stupid mind, keep on working on overtime. Nothing in you that I want to find. You're keeping me from my home. Keeping me from my home. You're keeping me from my home. Oh, mind, you're such a cool operator, making this world seem so actually there. Oh, mind, what a cruel manipulator, creating reality out of thin air. Oh, mind, stupid mind, keep on running on all the time, building worlds that only bind, keeping me from going home. You're keeping me from going home. You're keeping me from going home. All right. Listen, if let's just make that the last song, and we could just like open it up to a. If you unmute everybody, if anybody wants to talk to me or has anything they want to say.
All right, I've opened it up. I just want to say that painting right behind you with the yellow background of Baba is so beautiful. I've just been looking at it throughout the concert. It's
Oh, great.
other
Yeah.
Well, Jim, thank you. You cured my headache this morning.
Well, I hope I didn't give you one to begin with.
No, you cured it.
All right.
Thank you. It was
Well,
lovely.
there you go. Another healing concert from
Jai Baba.
the Sonic Master,
Marhaba.
Namar Baba.
Jim, thank you so much.
echo.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's because I don't know how to turn this on. Maybe is it gone now?
Hello.
It's Gilda, and I used to hear you many years ago very regularly at the center when we would come down from Delaware. And you have always been one of my very favorite voices on this whole planet. So
that's very sweet.
So what a gift to have you back in my very own living room. Thanks so much, Jim.
And I have to say that the word gift is appropriate for me too, because many years ago when I first heard Bob Brown sing, I thought I'd like to do that. Could I do that? And Baba said, do it. And so I consider singing to Baba. You know, a lot of times you talk about Baba or you think about Baba and you sort of suddenly realize it's all bullshit. You know, that words are so meaningless. Trying to describe Baba to somebody else, you know, I always feel inept if I'm talking to somebody about Baba. In the middle of it, in my mind, I'm thinking, now that's not it. That doesn't really describe it. But with singing to Baba, that to me, it's the closest I get to remembrance. So, and I tell people it doesn't, Baba listens. Baba is all power, knowledge, and bliss. He doesn't need some squeaking voice from the gross world. He's not pleased by that. What he's pleased by is the heart that goes into it. So if you are not a good singer in your own mind, or if you're a great singer in your own mind, or if you're not a singer at all in your own mind, just sing to Baba. I feel it's much more honest when the heart does that, when the heart opens up and sings. It describes Baba better than words. That's just and silence, of course, is pretty good too. I'm looking at somebody, and all I'm seeing is their ceiling fan. they're not there. It's just a ceiling.
Yeah.
Is that Sue Chat?
It is.
Sue,
I'm sorry, I keep hopping on and off because it's late in the day. I'm trying to cook supper.
Sue, what time is it?
Well, not late, but it's, I don't know, 20 or 6 here.
Oh, okay.
It was a wonderful concert. I so enjoyed every moment. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, as always.
So blessed to be able to tune in to hear you as ever. Thank you.
It's my opportunity. That's how I look at it, you know?
Well, we're blessed. Thank you.
We're all blessed, yes. Jai Baba. Have a good dinner.
You too, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Anybody else want to say anything to me?
Yes.
Don't tell me how great I am, please. I can't stand it.
I take back everything I said then.
Well, good. And I don't take back anything I've said.
Hello, Jim. Hello, Jim.
Yes.
My name's Dave Lohman. Betty Lohman is my wife.
Yes.
Doreen Lohman is our daughter. Sage Lohman is our son. Gary Lohman is our son. Our other older daughter is Rainbow. Our older eldest son is Banks. Banks and Rainbow couldn't come to meet you in India, but the 5 of us were able to, and we stayed 6 weeks of love in India and had such a beautiful, beautiful time. And I just hope that your singing goes on and on and on.
But that means I have to go on and on and on.
No.
Why don't you pray that the singing and me stop and I merge in Baba? Wouldn't that be a better blessing?
Well, it would be different.
Yeah. Well, I'm almost 75 years old.
I want to say goodbye to Jim.
I am 75. You're my kid brother.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Well, Jai Baba, thank you.
Anybody else want to say? See if Joel wants to say hi.
I think Rosalie had her hand up too.
Yes, Rosalie.
Jai Baba, I'm going to say I was going to send you a little note. Jai Baba, dear Jim, when we first crossed paths, I remember you saying that you had served as a paramedic during the Vietnam War, and you were singing. And now this global USA war, and you are singing. Always Baba's paramedic. Thank you, Jai Baba. Very soothing, Jim, very soothing.
Thank you, Rosalie.
It's not a soothing time, so I appreciate it. Jai Baba.
That was beautiful, Rosalie.
Wonderful.
Express our feelings very clearly. Thank you.
You know, folks, I don't want to use this as a bully pulpit, but you know, everything you experience and everything that you watch, particularly now, really comes out of your own self. And this is Baba's way of saying, are you going to get caught up in all of this nonsense, or are you going to just go inward and remember me? I think it's a great opportunity in this so-called chaos and so-called
Okay.
confusion.
There's one person ahead of me. They raised their hands.
Okay. I just want to say is don't let this apparent circus rob you of your ability to focus on Baba. Allow it to intensify your focus on Baba. That's why it's happening, so that you can remember him more and more. I don't know about you, but my experience is that this so-called pandemic has really focused me on Baba. And I'm thankful for it, because it's really just a dream anyway. And if a dream can make you find reality, then it's a good dream, even though it appears to be a bad one. Okay, Jay Bob.
There you go. Go ahead, Al.
Al?
Something happened to Al.
Al, you got it.
Muted.
You
Al, you gotta
Can you hear me
unmute.
now?
Yeah.
Well, let me see. Jim, where's Jim? I don't see Jim. Well, he got lost now. I found myself and I lost Jim. Anyway, Jim, I can understand you don't want to go on and on and on, but how about more and more and more and still yet more?
How about that, Al?
Hey, listen, we're over here at lunch. We're at Joel Mendick's having lunch. Several of us are here, and a couple of us want to say hi to you. So here goes.
Hey, Jim. Pamela.
Hi, Pamela.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You're hanging out with the retrobates.
Yeah, I am. Michael McConkey and Jeannie are here,
Oh.
and
Well,
Al, and we're
I'm not
having a,
including them, but Al I'm including as a retrobate.
oh yeah, maybe we would say Al and Joel, and then, right. But anyway, it's great to see you and hear you, and look forward to more. Look forward to seeing you in person sometime soon.
I'm looking forward to when the email comes out and says we're going to have a grand week or grand 2 weeks of the celebration of the return to the Meyer Center.
Oh gosh, I know.
With wings on and
Fabulous. Well, just being able to go there now for 3 hours in the afternoon is huge, and it's wonderful. But it almost, it's a plane going over, feels like I never left. It's like getting onto the center. It's just that same beautiful stillness. So
that same beautiful stillness is within you.
That's true. I think you're right. Well, thank you for doing these great concerts, and I look forward to more. You want to say hi to Michael? Here's Michael.
Where are you?
Hi, Michael.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me see. It's good to see you. So I played last night at Circle of Friends. It was totally fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Totally fun. Lots of people showed up, which was great. We were all 10 feet apart, but it was great. It was like old times because everybody's shut in, man. What is this?
Yeah, we all love this energy.
What's happening?
Right.
And Joel says hi, but he's inside and he can't move quickly. He's working on his pump, getting his pump primed, and he can't move very
No, that's too much
easily.
information. That's way too much information.
Okay. Right. Well, Al just added that part. I was just passing it on. But anyway, I'll let somebody else have a chance to talk.
All right. Well,
okay. Love you. Bye. Jay Baba. I think somebody else is going to talk.
They take a turn. You want a broom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a broom.
Jim, I loved all of it, but especially that Josephine Ross poem.
Oh, yeah.
Blew me away.
Yeah,
I used to have that book. I don't know where it is, but I'd like to find it again.
It's interesting because I opened at random to that poem, and then I opened about 2 days later. The magic happened again. I opened it up, and interesting. Then I started from the beginning, and the two poems that I randomly opened to were the two best in the book. That I thought were the two best in the book. So Baba has an infinite number of ways to remind us that he's with us always. an infinite number. You know, whether looking at the clock and it's 11:11, you know how that happens? Or, you know, you poke yourself in the head and then you bend down and something trips you and then you bunk your head again and you know instinctively it's Baba having fun with you. Baba wanted me to say this, that it takes less than 10 minutes to say his name 100 times. Okay? It takes less than 10 minutes of your own energy to say his name 100 times. That means it takes about an hour to say his name 1,000 times. Okay? I'm just passing that information on. If everybody who's listened to this concert just repeats his name 1,000 times a day, there will be a great awakening.
You know, the arti that we do here, arti prayers and 2 songs, also just takes 10 minutes. It's incredible. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jim, this is Betty Lohman. I wanted to tell you, Dave and I and family were there in '87, and you and Andrew were also there. And our boys were about the same age, around 11. And our son was Gary. And so Gary and Drew would, they hung out a bit, but what I remember is the kids used to go into the blue caravan. For some reason, that wasn't roped off. For some reason, you could go and hang out there in the New Life caravan. And the kids would do it. And our boys, Gary and Andrew, had physically fought in the New Life caravan. I remember it clearly. I don't know if you knew. Your son also broke his arm, not related to the fight, but do you remember that?
Yeah, well, I remember the good old days when you started to feel drowsy, the Mondli say, "Well, go take a nap in the caravan." Many of us crawled into that caravan and took a sleep.
Right.
I mean, this whole idea that a chair, the only reason they should rope off a chair that Baba sat in is so that people don't wear it out. But the idea that it's somehow, you know, we have to get away from that. I mean, Meyer Baba crossed this country back and forth. He crossed the world back and forth. His physical presence is everywhere. We don't need to sanctify a chair or sanctify a spittoon or whatever somebody's, you know.
But we have to leave him room.
You have to leave him room?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means.
For him to sit.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, he's sitting on my shoulder right now.
Oh, good trick.
Several times over.
There's Dana. I see Dana. Hi, Dana.
Hi. The combination of the music and looking at these beautiful paintings at the same time is heavenly.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Are you still singing, Dana?
A little bit. Not quite as much. Singing voice is kind of diminishing these days.
It doesn't matter. Sing more.
I liked your tips for singing. That was well taken.
Really? I mean, Baba used to say when he'd hear this music, he would say, if you only heard the music of the spheres, this is the mere shadow of that. And Baba is that music itself, you know? So nothing we can do is going to impress Meyer Baba from a technical point of view. He's not going to say, oh, that voice. You know, I mean, you know, that's not going to happen. But it's what's behind the voice that's important.
It does give a lot of joy to sing. It does.
It does. Joy inwardly and outwardly.
Yes.
Anybody else want to say anything nice to me?
Thanks for that. Really, thanks for that encouragement.
It's my pleasure, and you should do it. You always had a lovely voice. You reminded me of Joni Baez, you know?
Oh, thank you.
Jim?
Wow.
Yeah.
Jim? Our family has enjoyed your music for the past 30 years and hopefully 30 more.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not.
Keep singing. Helps us keep going. Rosalie, show us.
Baba face. You got the cutest little Baba face. No one could ever take your place. My Baba face. My poor heart is thumping. You sure started some more Baba face. I'm up in heaven when I'm in your praise. I didn't need to stop to fall in love with your little beautiful face.
Thank you. That's great. All right, everybody, I'm signing off.
Thank you, Jim.
Love
Thanks
you
again.
all. Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai
Jai
Baba,
Baba.
Avatar, Mayor
Jai
Baba,
Baba ki
Jai
jai.
Baba.
Avatar, Mayor Baba ki Jai. Avatar, Mayor Baba ki Jai.
Jai.
And one for a ring.
Avatar Mayor Baba Ki Jai.